The KTRS.
Kyle Bittner hangs out with Larry Connors 9 to midnight here on the Big 550 KTRS. And all summer long, we've been having the summer series, What Will Kyle Do Next? And Kyle Bittner, what have you done next?
We played beep ball.
All right. What is beep ball?
It is basically slow pitch softball for visually impaired people or blind people, and they're you're blindfolded. You can have sight and play. You just have to wear a blindfold, and the ball is beeping. So it comes at you, beep, 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 beep.
So that's the ball as you're blindfolded.
Yes.
Okay, now this is a fundraiser? This is a tournament coming up?
Yeah, this is a tournament. This is
All right,
actually
that's enough.
the biggest.
Yeah, it is.
This is the biggest beep ball tournament in the nation with 24 teams. I think the World Series of beep ball last year only had 18 or 20 teams.
And who's the fundraiser for?
The fundraiser is for Mind's Eye. It's a virtual newsstand out of Our Lady of the Snow Shrine in Belleville. So volunteers, it's mostly volunteers, read newspapers, read magazines, and then these visually impaired people have this device inside their home, and then they can listen to it. So if you want to hear St. Louis Post-Dispatch in the morning, someone has read that into this device,
right,
and then they can listen to it. So I think it's a really cool organization. I had no idea, and I didn't know anything about them before this.
What does this have to do with Assumption Parish?
Assumption Parish is where they play the beep ball tournaments.
Okay, so let's give a plug for the beep ball tournament, right?
Exactly. That's what we.
So do that now. So it's this weekend?
It's this weekend.
Okay. And anybody can sign up and play?
They still have some spots on teams. So if you want to do this, you just give them a call or go to Mind's Eye and contact them, or send them an email,
right,
or call them. Everything's on their website.
Okay.
And you can still get in, I'm sure, because they were really hoping Kelly and I would show up Saturday to fill out a couple of their teams.
Okay, so what's the website to find out more?
MindsEyeRadio.org.
MindsEyeRadio.org. All right. So you guys played in a simulated game or two.
Exactly.
Okay. So they blindfolded you.
So everyone, and you get to keep the blindfold. I don't know why that's cool, but I was a big fan.
All right.
You know, come on, Kelly.
Was it a stylish blindfold? Or one of those black masks?
And
all right.
Yeah,
nice sleeping
there's some
mask.
video.
Can you see, or you really can't see?
Not a darn thing.
No, you can't see it all. And so the ball is beeping. The only people that don't have blindfolds on are the pitcher and the catcher.
Okay.
Because the pitcher is going to tell you, ready, swing. And the pitcher is on the batting team, which that's why it's different. He could throw a no-hitter if he wanted to, but the goal of the pitcher is not to do that. He's on the team of the hitters.
About a swing.
Yeah, so the pitcher is very much wanting the person to get a hit. You have 4 strikes, and then you're out.
He can't hit it. Okay. All right, so you're blindfolded, and you're swinging a bat and a ball that beeps.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You're swinging back. Once you make contact, here's how you score. You just have to get to the base. The base is a big tackling dummy. And when you make contact with the ball, there's a base, basically a first base and a third base. And they turn on another noise for whatever base they want you to run to. So if you pull the ball, if you're a right-handed hitter and you pull the ball down the line, they're going to turn on first base because they don't want you running blindfolded into all the people that are blindfolded chasing after the ball. Or if you go opposite field with it, or if you go down towards right field, they'll make you run to third base out of the batter's box.
Okay.
So that's a little bit different.
All right.
But it's half seriously, trying to hit that ball.
Well, how many swings?
Really hard.
How many swings did you do before you actually?
No, you didn't. Your wife really hit it.
I know.
How many swings did you get before you actually hit the ball? And why is Kelly Jackson running like you're on hot coals?
Because, first of all, you're blindfolded. I don't want to run into anyone, anything, or trip.
We did have a collision. I ran into your friend ran into me or whatever.
Yeah,
so
Becky?
Yeah, Becky and I had a pretty hard hit, so it happens, you know.
I know.
The 9 innings? Is it 3
6
outs?
innings. 6 innings, 3 outs. And like I said, all you have to do, the fielder just has to pick up the ball and say, I have the ball before you get to the tackling dummy, and it's either a run or an out.
Okay.
So there's no, you don't advance around the bases.
So there's no hit and run.
Yeah, all you're doing is you hit it and run as fast as you can into the tackling dummy, and hopefully no one goes to the house.
Because remember, everyone else is blindfolded in the outfield.
How many fielders are there?
You have 8 fielders, plus your pitcher can see.
Right, but the pitcher can't go and field the ball.
No, there's actually an arc that's about 30 feet out. If the ball doesn't go past that, it doesn't count as a hit.
Okay.
And let me tell you, if you have the pitcher that we had, the personal trainer who was there last Sunday, I would really play on Saturday.
Had to throw in his
'Cause he
personal
was a
trainer there, didn't you?
So
He could train Kelly anytime.
and so the fielders run after the ball and they're blindfolded as well.
Yeah, and the only thing your pitcher or if you have a coach can say your name twice, so he can. If the ball's close to you, he'll go McGraw, and then it'll tip you off that you need to figure out. And then if you get closer, farther away, he'll say your name again.
How hard is it to find the ball with the beeping beacon?
It's a little harder than you think, I think, because there's people running around, so you got that going
That's
on.
enough. Stop.
And then,
Flatline that.
and then you also have the bases beeping, which is on the other side of the field, but you're trying to listen to that, and
And then you don't want to run into anyone, or you,
You
don't
didn't
want
wanna run into anyone.
Well, yeah, or kind of step on the ball and trip. I was worried about falling.
Why didn't you run into the cute guy? That's what you should have
I
done.
should have said, "Help me, pitcher. Where am I?"
Right. You should have run up to him and start smooching on the guy. Is this the tackling dummy? Oh, hey, how you doing? This is a lot firmer than tackling dummy. Well, first of all, so blind people can play with seeing people, or is it only seeing people play this tournament?
no. There's teams that are basically almost all blind people, or
Okay,
but they still have to wear blindfolds because if you're not completely blind,
Right.
some people are very close to being blind, but then
So you
they
could
can
be
still see shapes and stuff.
so
So
you could be schooled by a
everyone
blind
is
team.
blindfolded.
Gotcha. Okay. I think this is awesome.
It's
It is.
actually really cool.
And it is a great way to help out a really great organization.
Right.
One that you don't even think about, you don't think about being able to read for those who are sight impaired. And it's a lot of fun.
Well, and it's also probably gives you the smallest, slightest insight into what it's like to be blind for a moment.
Yeah.
Right? And think about living your life like that every day. And so you can get a little compassion for the people who don't have eyesight.
Right.
Well, what I found really interesting just in the part about being blindfolded is the grass versus the dirt when you're I'm like, whenever I'm running down the line, I'll be able to feel when I get on the grass because the warning track basically is just dirt they throw. But for some reason, when I didn't have my sight and I guess the noises were going on, I just barreled right into the, and I could not tell the difference at all. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
You were sprinting toward those dummies.
I was, because that's what I do for McGraw's show.
All right. What's the website again?
mindseyeradio.org, O-R-G.
mindseyeradio.org. It's this weekend. And if you can play, great. Find out more from the website. If you can't, and it sounds like a good cause, give them some money because it's a wonderful cause.
Or volunteer. They have plenty of volunteering opportunities. They need volunteers all the time.
That's a great story. All right. What's up next week?
We're still trying to line up my pole dancing lesson. Hopefully.
You can do that naked too? Naked pole dancing with Kyle Bittner.
I'll wear my Speedo.
Kyle, thanks for checking in. Big 550 KTRS banana hammocks, we like to call them in the business.
Okay. I'll wear one of those.
Yeah, banana hammocks.
I've never heard of that.
Right back.
Really?
He has a subscription to the magazine.